1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dang! She's got very strong thumbs.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the July 2015 edition of the DNG News.
We're just deciding who's the best in the best way possible.
Some teens have come up with a way to use thumb war to make life on the roads a little safer.
Laura Morano, Thumb Wars, take 1.
Sending a text from the road is like driving the length of a football field blindfolded.
Take 27.
Protect your friends from distracted driving.
Without the British accent.
Sign up for Thumb Wars to get 2 free pairs of thumb socks. To sign up, text thumb to 38383. Any cause, anytime, anywhere. Yeah.
Real food for thought, eh?
Texting and driving is a year-round problem. 4th of July only happens once a year. This year, soldiers and airmen were out and about across Delaware, participating in parades, performing concerts, and even firing off cannons.
Ooh. Yet another way the Delaware National Guard supports our state and community is the Counterdrug Task Force. This team, made up of soldiers and airmen, works in many ways to support reducing the effects of drug use in Delaware.
Wendy caught up with part of the team and brings us this story on one way they help local law enforcement.
While the U.S. military boasts a variety of weapons, the Delaware National Guard has its own secret weapon, the Counterdrug Task Force. The task force is small, but provides personnel and technology to state and local law enforcement agencies to help fight the war on drugs.
This is just another tool to help them seize this currency, help the law enforcement officers, help the state, and help the Delaware National Guard Counterdrug Task Force.
This week, members of Counterdrug trained soldiers and airmen from across the United States and Puerto Rico on the ion scan. The ion scan can scan anything from people to money, looking for trace amounts of drugs. Once the sample is collected, results are known within 7 seconds.
Local law enforcement and the bigger departments, they just don't have the funds to purchase this equipment. So we're actually assisting these departments with this equipment.
On a weekly basis, a team from the task force scans money seized by Delaware's law enforcement agencies. Depending on the amount of cases, Counterdrug can send a team to the agency or have the agency come to their office. Because support is provided throughout Delaware, an incredible amount of work is required.
The coordination is incredible. They support us, we support them. It's a small unit for the Counterdrug Task Force, and they have multiple agencies within the state of Delaware beyond the Delaware State Police. So they go above and beyond to assist each agency.
Delaware actually has the only certified ion scan instructor in the country. Being able to offer this training to fellow guardsmen not only benefits Delaware, but also other counter-drug task forces.
The more tools that we have to counter the drug threats on the island and help the agency also to that is very beneficial for us. Yeah.
Reporting from Bethany Beach, Delaware, I'm Officer Candidate Wendy McDougall.
The Counterdrug Task Force does more than just this, of course, including going to schools to educate kids on drugs and alcohol.
Speaking of school-aged children, the Newcastle Air National Guard base hosted 29 kids recently.
Oh, really? Tell us more.
I will. The teens spent a day on base visiting our shops and meeting our leaders and airmen. They were with the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals program. With the help of people like our own retired General Ernie Talbert, the visit was a part of a week-long camp where kids are exposed to the variety of careers available in aviation. The youth got up close and personal with the C-130 and spoke to aviators and ground crew about their jobs.
Wow, that's really cool. Hopefully some will be inspired to take flight. Up next, a serious word from our Adjutant General.
As I reflect on this painting behind me, the image of darkness and confusion of battle, but it can also represent the fog of spirit. As you see here, the soldiers have protective masks, but nothing can protect us completely. I always enjoy the opportunity to talk to you about all the great things you do each month. What is more difficult is addressing the tragedies we experience. 2015 has by far been a horrific year for many, if not all of us. We've had loved ones taken from us too soon due to illness and suicide, and many are working through personal struggles every day. When I look at all these tragedies, my initial reaction is, how do we fix it? I just don't know how we fix it, but I do know it is important for all of us to be part of something. I always say that family comes first, and you are all my family. And that's why these tragedies strike me like an arrow piercing my heart. I can't afford to lose any of you because you are my family. You're part of this great Delaware National Guard organization. I want you to know that we value all of you. I want you to also know that we have countless resources to help with anything you need. That said, our best resource is each other. When you're at drill this weekend, ask your battle buddies how they are and make them feel like a part of your family. Be vigilant. Care about one another. That's extremely important. And I also want you to know that our resources are confidential in nature. And I don't want you to feel that you're not strong if you go and ask these resources to help you. And I don't need to know, nor does your chain of command need to know anything about it. And it won't be a derailer or a detractor from your career. Please know that. This is all confidential in nature. We genuinely want to help you. Thank you for the opportunity to open up and get serious for a moment. I look forward to seeing and talking about all of the great things that you all continue to do for our Delaware National Guard, our state, our nation, and our communities.
That's all the news we have for this month.
Be sure to tune in next month for stories about our 360th birthday celebration and all the great things you all did at drill.
Have a good one. Good, she's gone. Hey, Airman, before you leave, real quick, Colonel Beavis wants to reinstate an Air Force heritage, nose art for our C-130s. So he's hosting a contest that's going to start this drill and run until September 12th with judging on September 13th. It has to be a Delaware blue hen, gender neutral. There's plenty of other requirements and details, but I wanted to give you the heads up. I've got some great ideas, so if you know how to draw, give me a call. If you have any other questions about it, and I'm sure you do, be sure to check out this month's edition of The Dang Truth or go on to our webpage or our Facebook. But get your entries in because your design can be on the C-130 nose art across the world. Thanks and have a great drill.